How have your aspirations changed, if at all, from our previous conversation?
I don't think my aspirations have changed. You know, this last year, career-wise, was difficult for me. The last 2 years, I feel like ever since I won the Emmy Award, my career has just gone to the toilet. Like I'm a really unsuccessful, successful person. I've never been more successful and less successful. 2 days after I won the Emmy is when the market collapsed in 2008. So documentary filmmaking is always a perilous career anyway, and when all the money disappears, you know, certainly people aren't going to be ponying up $1 million for a movie.
Yeah.
But that is in fact what happened. Like a week or two after I won the Emmy, I was given this offer to make this film. It was $1 million budget, and it was going to start in January, which is when my job at ABC was going to end. It was perfect, and then in December, they called and said that the money had disappeared. Mm-hmm. And that happened to me 2 more times over, you know, the next 2 years. And that's really hard, you know, because I feel like it's not in me anymore to start from zero and raising the money. That's not my strength. Mm-hmm. I've done it already. I feel like I've earned the place for somebody to come to me and say, this is our film and we want you to make it. And that has happened to me 3 times. Mm-hmm. And all 3 times, the money just never, you know, in the final hour, the money never came together. So it's made me feel like, why do I want to even make documentaries anymore? It's putting me into a bit of a funk with filmmaking and just feeling, you know, ugh.
But there's still a light.
The editor I'm working with right now on a TV show was saying, so why aren't you just making another film? And I'm like, well, you know, I said, I imagine, you know, if I live another couple decades on this planet, which is probably likely, it's hard to imagine I wouldn't make another film. It's just the odds are with me that will happen. But I haven't had the fire in the belly to get that going. And I think part of it is I know I need to transition into narrative work, scripted work.
Yeah. I
kind of feel like I've got it with document. I know how to do it. It's easy for me. It's still exciting, but there's also no money in it, and I need to find a way to make movies where I can earn a living. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a hustler. I'm not somebody who's going to put together a production company and have 100 different projects going and people working for me, and like that's just not me. I'm not excited or calm in that situation. I'm anxious and unhappy. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to do that. And it's not really where my talents are in raising money. My talents are in, you give me a challenge, you know, you need a story about these mugs, you know, $100,000 to make it. Okay, you know, I can do that and I will win you awards, you know.
Right.
But if you say, okay, I really want to make a film about this mug and I have no money, I'm out the door.